How's it going? How you doing today? Hope you're having a good morning so far. Or whatever it is where you are. It's morning for me. Sakurai, why would you do this to us? So, it is super early, way before I normally stream, but that's because we got the 5th DLC fighter coming out. It's about time we heard something about the 5th DLC fighter, and Sakurai was just like, yo, I'm gonna show off who the new DLC fighter is and how he plays at the same time. What a fucking legend. So, I am still hoping for Dante. I'm holding on to a thread of hope for Dante. Although, it could be Phoenix Wright, it could be Master Chief, it could be Doom Guy. Someone said it might even be Travis Touchdown because of this little pose that Sakurai is doing. Apparently, that was the same pose that a lot of the devs working on No More Heroes 3 did in order to hint at No More Heroes 3. Alright, so we're about like 5 minutes away from the presentation starting. There's already like 40,000 viewers. there was like 10,000 when I first like started up their channel. When I first like went onto their channel. It's insane. Like, people are so hyped for this. I am too. Cuz I'm still hoping for Dante. There was apparently there was also news coming out for DMC 3 Special Edition on Switch today. Apparently they just announced that style swapping is in the Switch version of DMC 3. Which that's pretty cool, but I wonder how they're going to actually like incorporate that, because there's 6 styles in DMC 3. DMC 4 had 5 styles, but in order to switch to the 5th style, you would just like if you were on Swordmaster, you would press up again, and that would swap to the 5th style. Or if you were on Royal Guard, you would press down again. So basically, like, you would just like double tap a direction in order to get the 5th style. So I wonder how they're gonna incorporate the 6th style. Unless they just want to make it like double tap like up or down or like left or right. I mean, either way, like it's still gonna be a little weird to incorporate it, I figure. But I guess we'll see. I mean, they found a way to actually add style swapping to the game. I'm sure they'll find some way to make sure that like it's easy enough to swap between all of the styles once you unlock them. I wonder if Virgil's gonna get extra styles too, or if he's still just gonna have Dark Slayer. But it would be cool if Virgil also got some extra styles. I mean, I don't know what else they could show off on the other 2 days that they're supposed to be showing things off for DMC 3, because I mean, Virgil was already in the special edition, and in that little video that they put on Twitter, like, the guy said we're feeling a little extra motivated. So I mean, there could be something related to Virgil. It's a possibility, definitely. But we'll see. Alright, we're like a minute away now. We're like a minute away from figuring out. I wonder if it's just going to start immediately, or if Sakurai's just going to, like, give us, like, a little history lesson on, like, the company that they're coming from first. Oh, boy. Who could it be? Who could it possibly be? If it's Dante, I'm freaking out. If we get a Virgil skin along with Dante, kind of like how we have the different hero skins. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai,
Hello,
director
Sakurai.
of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited.
He's got 4 controllers.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter.
With no pre-announcement.
Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today,
Yeah.
even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Ooh, not even
The
Nintendo
development
knows.
team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
I should like
Which means
move my...
other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
Move my...
so it won't be available
A little
right
more
away.
time is needed before we
Please
can release the
understand
fighter.
it will
That's
take a
fine,
little time.
Sakurai. That's fine,
I think
Sakurai.
Even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?"
Alright,
So,
Sakurai.
let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Alright. Alright, Sakurai.
However, even if you say, "That's not the character I was picturing," I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
As long as they're
We've
fun,
prepared a
Sakurai.
fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly.
The reveal trailer.
Now,
Alright.
let's do this.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. Who is it? Who is it? What do you got for us, Sakurai? Really, though?
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Byleth? Hello, Chloe. Do you want to watch the reveal trailer with me? Is it really going to be Byleth?
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be.
Is it really going to be Byleth?
Are you prepared to die?
I'm prepared to smash, right?
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet,
Chloe.
there is no other choice. You must join Smash. Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Well, alright then.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
Alright then. Tell me he has a counter. Does he have a counter? Oh, he's got a rapid jab. Command grab? He has a tether up B? Wow. Good job, Byleth.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield
Too
the
many
sword
swordsmen?
as well? What will you do?
Of course there's a female Byleth skin.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Robin, you're laughing. Wait. Chloe?
How is
Cease.
this?
Do we get to actually swap weapons? Byleth recruits Byleth.
Of anyone, you should
A
be
bow.
able to handle the heroes round.
Lance.
With arid fire, strike with superior reach.
So can you
Use
swap the
Amiya's
weapons?
overwhelming power.
If you could swap to
Unleash
different
the
weapons, that would
blinding
actually
speed
be
of
neat.
Falmouth. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
Fishing, of course.
Your will and mine be now as one. To you, both sides of time are revealed.
That's fucking great. We get 2 Byleths.
Through Smash, show the world.
Well, not who I was hoping for, but whatever. I thought it was supposed to be characters that weren't already, that didn't have their franchises already represented.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the
Didn't
battle.
Ignis what? Robin.
Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Alright then.
This release is planned.
They
for
at least
January
look like the
28th.
most
You'll have
original
exclusive
and unique
packs
of the
Super
Fire
Smash
Emblem
Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pack.
fighters.
And it will also be available for purchase individually.
Available January 28th. Okay.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
Did Ignis say?
First
Violet?
off,
Alright, so
what
now
is
we're
Fire
now we're
Emblem?
explaining Fire Emblem. We have a lance, axe,
It's
and a
really
bow.
hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem.
I mean, yeah,
But when writing it, if you
because
don't write
all in the
Fire
same
Emblem,
character, yeah.
The Fire Emblem police will come and get you. So please
The
be
Fire
careful.
Emblem police will come and get you.
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes
I mean,
it
we still,
particularly
like I said, that's still like the most unique
Well,
Fire
it's
Emblem
tactical
character that we've
in that
got
it
since
simulates
it's
combat. You can think of it
3
as
different
moving
unique
pieces
weapon
in a board
types.
game. Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
Plus, like, they've got the sort of the creator,
When
like
we talk about
baseline. It looks
tactical
like.
games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
I love it. I mean, I'll definitely check them out, but I was hoping for.
Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products.
I was hoping for.
Characters could permanently die.
I really just didn't
That's
expect
pretty direct language,
Byleth to
though,
be the
so
character
perhaps we
because,
should
like I
just
swear,
say
Reggie
they're
said that
sleeping with the fishes.
the characters that were chosen were characters
But
that
really, if a
were
character fell in
franchises that
battle,
haven't been
you'd lose that
represented
unit.
yet.
They'd be gone, and you couldn't use them again.
I mean, like that was true for
Recent
the
entries
4
in the
other
series
fighters.
maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary.
Just disappear.
The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special.
So does Byleth also
There's
have a
actually
counter?
reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter.
I mean, that
Next
makes
comes your
sense.
turn.
That makes sense actually from a design perspective to try and incorporate the counterattacks.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
Damn, 17?
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There
Hey,
are that
Ignis.
many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem
Excluding
Warriors,
spin-offs,
then it comes out
okay.
to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light. Gaiden. Gaiden? What? Gaiden? Ninja Gaiden? That's a Byleth, you see. Well, you must get your eyes checked because there's 2 Byleths. But yeah, Byleth is the new character.
There
Now,
you
I
go,
don't know.
17.
Oh, that's where the pose
So you
is.
saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold
He's
it here
counting
and
in
get
bi-
1,
That's why he
then
did.
you get 2, then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4,
Wow,
5, 6,
Sakurai.
7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17.
Wow.
Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
Sakurai, you nerd.
If you've given up counting the knots in a
He's
determined
showing
manner, you
off.
could always give it a go.
He's showing off that he knows
What is
binary.
Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've
It'll be
chosen
time
a
to use
house,
Pink
you
Lith.
guide them through
If
the
they even
school
give
and, well, you
Byleth
end
a
up
pink
fighting
skin.
other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students. To
They
battle
might
against
just give
other
them
houses in
color
their region.
alts reflecting
It's a
the
very
different
sad game
houses.
in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept,
They probably
of Fire
will.
Emblem Three
I kind
Houses,
of expect them to
played
give
an
them
early version of the
color
game
alt
before its
based
release.
on
I've
like the
done
three
same
house
thing
leaders.
before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time.
Friday would be
For that
delayed if I
title,
waited
I
until after
borrowed an
release.
early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Probably not Sakurai. Three
I
house
did the
leaders
same this
and the
time,
three
but
main
with there
ones
being
linked
3
to each other.
houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
Well, it looks like they use
And of course,
the different
there weren't any walkthroughs. I could
relics, weapons for their specials. I don't know
The
if that
game
means
has
they're going to
multiple
actually
routes, and the
swap
outcome
to
of each
different
is very different.
weapon
Your
types,
experience will
or if
vary
it's just their
depending on the route
specials.
you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Aelgar, Dimitri, Claude, Hubert, Dedue, and Hilda.
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when
I
I
mean-
did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned
That could
it
work.
was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance. of
2
this
months in
video's
advance.
release. Right now, it's actually November.
Wow.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes.
Some pretty loud purring
Here
from
I
you,
go.
Chloe. I don't know if it's being picked up by the mic, but all right.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong
It's
point.
Robin
either.
tier
They're grab
mobility.
launchers.
Oh
But
god.
actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Really?
They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks.
Okay,
such
so
as
he's got a
down
rapid
tilt,
jab.
where it takes the form of a whip.
Is that
They
longer
also
than
use the sword for
Ike's
dash
down
attacks
tilt?
and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword
It's
upwards
basically
and
like
launch
Richter's
enemies
up
in
tilt.
the air.
Although multi-hit.
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time.
Oh, so it's Palutena up air.
The up special move is
Although
really
bigger.
something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like
So they got-
this.
That's a spike?
It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Are you kidding? And you
can
can use
also
it multiple times?
this. That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
Wow.
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge.
Okay, so he's
I've
got
already
tether
shown this,
recovery.
but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special.
Oh my god, his
Now,
dash looks
for the
so
sideways
slow.
weapons. This is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Is that his smash attack?
First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you
Oh.
can see, they have a long reach. Like so.
You love Byleth already.
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Like I said, he already seems like to be the most unique Fire Emblem character.
If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This
Edge
also
guarding
has a long
Byleth sounds like a
range.
bad
It'll
idea.
connect
Yeah.
even from here. Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Really?
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Of course he's got a tipper.
The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat.
Yeah,
It won't deal
12%
much
versus
damage, and it
how
won't
much?
launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or
Yeah, that
downward.
knocked him back way further.
Next, the side special move. Byleth will
That's-
simply swing the lance like this. But again,
Extreme reach is-
excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance,
Oh my
you'll
God.
still hit.
Really? Jeez, and that knocked him so far away.
Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
Wow. Alright then.
But as you'd expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
And then just a free punish.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
Damn, it's like
Returning to the side air attack
half
from
circle in
earlier,
front of him.
They have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an
So it's
axe
like-
called Emir.
that's even slower than Hatchet
It's
Man.
named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
It's gotta be a spike, right?
You can try
Of
for a
course.
meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth.
You just seen Robin but
As you
better
can see,
at
it has a
smacking
great deal
bitches.
of launch power.
It doesn't look like he has projectiles, but
And
it
for the
doesn't
down
matter
special,
when you've got the range of a god.
Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
Does it have armor?
When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
Of course there is.
which allows you to withstand an attack.
Chloe, okay, have fun.
Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like
He
this.
withstands a Falcon Punch?
It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch.
Oh, he has
but
the
due to
bow?
super
I mean,
armor
yeah,
effect,
but there's
you have
like,
the
that's
advantage,
one thing.
unless you get grabbed.
So don't get grabbed.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
Really?
While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area.
Now
It
Chloe is
won't let
messing
you
with the
jump, but you
blinds.
could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move. The swing
And you
takes
can
a
turn
while,
it around, just like
so if
just
an
like
opponent
Falcon and
runs
Warlock
behind
punch.
you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used.
Oh, it hits behind him too?
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Oh, so it has like a little shockwave
It's as if
effect.
the quaking of the ground launches them.
It's Fester, Roy, Kron, Neutral
By
B.
the way,
Doesn't
earlier I talked a
do
little bit
nearly
about
as much
the other
damage,
Fire
though.
Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Immediate death.
With that much power in a single attack.
Never use this
Counters
against a
can
fighter
actually
with a
multiply
counter.
the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like
Chloe.
this could just get you hit by counter after counter.
Chloe, hey.
Next, we have the
You
neutral
should keep
moves.
messing with the blinds.
The bow you use is called Falmouth, which shares its name with the
Falmouth.
bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack.
It
This
spins
attack
the
is
bow.
similar to a move of Pitts and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with
So do you...
it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow.
For his neutral special,
It seems
he
pretty
wields a
straightforward,
bow.
right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels
so
at high
it's-
speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Okay, so you can still cancel out of
You
it,
can
so
also
that makes it a
change
little bit
direction
better.
while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash
Oh,
a
double
powerful
charge it.
arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then
That's
fire.
30% practically.
But again, you'll need to take care when using
And
this
that's
move.
with it, like...
For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the
Byleth
shield
deletes
button.
Marth from the
In
game.
other words, you're committed to firing it.
And you can't
So
cancel
you see,
that one,
a
okay.
situation like this is pretty terrible.
So don't use it against a character with a
Once
reflector.
you've entered the stand, you won't be able to do anything.
Thoron, but better?
Which means
I don't know
it's
about
quite the
that,
risky
because
attack
once you start
using
charging
these
the second
fighters who have
stage,
a
like you
move
said,
with
you're
reflector
committed
form.
to it, and you
But
can't
could
cancel
always
out of
just
it.
aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game,
Progenitor
there's a
God
move
Ruptured
called
Heaven.
This is an enhanced version.
Once you cast Thoron, you're committed to it. Yeah, but you don't have... Like, it comes out relatively faster than Byleth's
see,
neutral
you
B,
team up with
because, like,
mysterious
people can
Celtics
see
and
you
launch
charging
an
it
attack
up, and
together.
then just, like, hold down the reflector.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's
Okay,
set
here we
up
go.
So that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth
Yeah, of
colors
course,
are,
they're
as
all-
you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders.
They're based on the house
who played
leaders.
The original game will, of course, understand what I'm referring to. The sixth
There's a
color
Sothis.
is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is
And-
based on something that occurs in the course of the original game story.
Something we won't spoil.
Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
So no Pinkleth.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Gehrig Monastery.
Ignore Corrin.
This is how Gehrig Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge,
So it's kind of like Castle Siege
all in
then,
one stage.
where it just cycles
It's the
through
type of
the,
stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
yeah.
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
Yeah, what students are we going to see?
The first area is the marketplace. I
Guess you'll be
this is
using
where a lot of
Edelgard
people come
Byleth.
to do their
That's the
shopping.
closest. That's the closest
The
one.
guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house: Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
So they kind of
Not
act like the
Dimitri,
King of
Dedu,
Fighters
or
characters.
Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri is the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye.
May or may not. Sakurai, I thought you
There are
said no
vendors on either
spoilers.
side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things.
Byleth,
But,
no.
Here you can break them, you see. If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
They won't because you destroyed the
And in
stall.
the background,
Yo,
you can see the
gatekeeper.
gatekeeper. You often pass
Most
through
important
this area
boy,
in Fire Emblem
gatekeeper,
Three Houses,
yes.
and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a
Yo,
stop,
that background looked pretty though.
you'll come crashing
There's
back
Edelgard,
down,
Petra, and
broken through the
Dorothea.
ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
Or she'll cause some.
You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage.
Oh, you can stand on the chandeliers and destroy them. Nice.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Central to the
So,
conflict.
it's nice
Yeah,
if you can
exactly.
work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. and you can
I
knock
made
it.
it.
Also, you can break this table.
Really?
Like so. Just like the sign
Sakurai's
that
just
reads
out here
Fujin
causing-
in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can
just
break
causing
to
out
launch
reckless
the opponent into it
harm.
at close range.
She's the antagonist in all but what, one route? Yeah, I think so.
Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
There's Claude, Hilda, Hilda, Hilda. And then
It's
send
similar
feet
to the bridge
pics.
of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
Hilda, Hilda,
Incidentally,
Hilda.
both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training.
Oh, there is a Pegasus Knight flying around there.
As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple.
The
You
bridge
can
is
expect
really
plenty of
wide.
blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Hilda, Hilda, Hilda.
You could also
So this
say
is
it's
basically
a place
the,
where fail
um,
knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it's
The bridge
suited
from
the Golden
Twilight
Deer perfectly.
Princess. Now this has to be like Rhea, Sedith,
The
and
last area is the
Flame, yeah.
cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flame, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three
Byleth
have
is the second
character
Fire
quirks
Emblem
related
character
to
without
their
a
true
counter.
identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
Sedith is just judging you. You mean like he always
This
is?
is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may
Look
be
at
a
him,
place where
judging.
some intense battles will be waged.
Rhea, I
It'll
told you
cycle
this
through
new
each
professor
location in
was
about
not a
2.5
good idea to bring
minutes.
to the monastery. Let's see Byleth in action. Are you going to play the classic mode, Sakurai?
Okay, today we'll have a
Oh, we're
tag
gonna
team
do a
battle,
squad strike.
with
It's all the
DLC
DLC versus all the other Fire
protagonists
Emblem
throughout the
characters.
ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
Is Sakurai trying to flex?
And Hero!
Is Sakurai trying to flex right now?
We really made a lot, huh? Banjo!
Sakurai
By
flexing
now,
right
I
now?
think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Can't believe Joker, Hero, Banjo,
not
and
gonna
Terry
let
are
that
fucking
easy.
dead. Uh-oh.
This is
Watch out.
bad.
Oh no.
Bennigan.
Come on,
Better keep
Sakurai.
distance.
Use those epic gamer skills.
I'll use this chance to attack.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh my god. All those bomb bombs.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here.
Oh.
Lots of explosives. Ouch.
Come on, Sakurai.
Perfect shield at that, huh? Good one.
He's just projectile camping.
If I do this,
Robin wasn't
like
expecting to
this,
get fucking
go like
shot.
so. No anti-air, huh?
Like, oh god.
There, the soccer ball connected.
They're just shooting me. Oh. Mother brain. And a
Good, There's
Pokeball.
Mom. You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Oh my god. Sakurai just carrying him to the blast zone.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash.
Oh. Oh my god. He almost died. Sakurai.
But I mustn't give up.
That broke his
I
shield.
can't waste the chance. There's another smash ball. Yes, got
Oh
it.
my god. Sakurai, the epic gamer.
What are you charging up for? there's still more. Whack.
Wow, really, Sakurai? Uh-oh.
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him. I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
The end. All right, song collection. What are we getting? What are we getting from Three Houses?
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding
realized
each of the new
folks-
tracks
oh,
to
fuck,
all
wait.
the Fire Emblem stages.
Oh, Sakurai being
There
like,
are
I was
already
trying
a
to
lot of
flex.
Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board.
Mm-hmm.
It includes the house leaders among some of the
So I
other
guess
popular
Sothis is going to be the
characters.
legendary. Yep.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic
Heroic
Legacy,
Legacy.
which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
Really?
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Well, I guess I have to play through the classic
now for the
route
Mii
then.
Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Mii Fighter costumes. Oh god, please not Dante. Alright, who do we got? Who do we got? Altair? Holy shit! Rabbids? Oh. Oh. Oh, just a hat. Okay. Mega Man X. Who else are we getting? Actually X! Nice. Mega Man Battle Network. Mega Man.exe. That's cool. Daunt me. No, please no. Please no. Cuphead? Really? Includes a music track. Really? Now, I find it funny, the Altair Mii costume was... It just said Altair. It didn't say Assassin's Creed. The Altair costume didn't say Assassin's Creed. It just said Altair.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well.
I might have to pick up Cuphead just for the extra song.
After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii Fighter, you can play using the costume
Sans.
it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Hey, Richter!
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Available
Dark Samus and Victor
17th,
are
that's
planned
tomorrow.
for release on Friday, January 17th. And now, with the addition of Byleth, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete.
Yep.
The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
They are releasing more fighters now.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
Everyone's gonna be
There
playing
really were a
Byleth,
lot of
playing
new
her too.
mechanics, weren't there?
Well, yeah.
When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Oh, bye, Byleth.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters
About
down
that.
the line.
Okay.
I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but
Fighters Pass
well,
2.
have a look.
Have a look. Fighters Pass 2, baby! 11? 6 more.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date
Will be
shown.
released by
Please keep
December
an eye out.
31st, 2021.
Now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Really,
If I
already?
receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass
Special
Volume
bonus?
2. Last
Really?
time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
What do we... Oh. Oh, a Breath of the Wild Link costume. Cool.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter.
And the Ancient Soldier.
gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Not me, Gunner. Please, no.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Oh, he parried it. Lastly...
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Is it?
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion.
This isn't a fighting game,
So,
damn it.
who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
It's a
Also,
work of art, damn
I
it.
feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there would be more DLC,
Mm-hmm.
which means no breaks for me. I
Poor
plan to
Sakurai.
keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Sakurai and his team really need a break. Alright, looks like that's it. Well, there's still 6 more chances for Dante. So... Alright. I mean, I wasn't expecting Byleth. They look interesting enough, though. They look like the most interesting of all the Fire Emblem characters that we've gotten. So... Who knows? Maybe they'll be fun. Maybe they'll be the sword fighter that I play. Alright, well, I've gotta go. I have to go to work. Like, I gotta go, like, right now. So, have a great day, and take care of yourselves, alright? Peace.